morning and happy Sunday, Unity on the Bay. Thank you so much for being here. We are so grateful for your presence. My name is Shanta Haymore-Kearney, and I am your Sunday morning hostess. I'm going to share with you a couple of things this morning that you need to know to journey along your path here at Unity on the Bay. Our final new member orientation of 2020 is today at 1 p.m. via Zoom. Do you consider Unity on the Bay to be your spiritual home? If your answer is yes, then it may be time for you to consider to be a member. Membership in Unity on the Bay is a commitment to your own spiritual growth, and through the power of community, the spiritual growth of hundreds of others. Only members can vote at membership meetings, and you can still register online. Many of you in our community have told us that you love Unity on the Bay because it is a safe spiritual community where you can test out different practices and discuss them with others. Well, if this sounds like you, then we have a great program coming up called the Abundance Experiment. It's a 3-month program, and during this program, you're committing to putting the spiritual laws of giving and receiving to the test. And our ministers are committing to support you with weekly prayer calls, with monthly Zoom calls, and with weekly supportive inspirational emails that have a ton of resources at your disposal. Now, over the years, we've heard amazing success stories from those who've participated, and I have a bunch of testimonials that I could share with you as well. I love our abundance programs. So if you're ready to catalyze change in your life, to bring in more abundance, and to finish the year off on a good note, then we encourage you to go over to our website and sign up. It's free. So extensive research on meditation practices has revealed that a regular meditation practice has many mental and physical benefits that are effective for you. I feel like these announcements are just for me because I love meditation so much, and I'm really excited about our next online SEE course. It explores the practice of meditation and the various forms of meditation that you can practice. There will also be helpful tips for developing a regular meditation practice, and if you're looking to enhance your meditation or to start one, then this online course is just for you. Again, this is online only and is led by our licensed Unity teacher, Sandra Toggle. She's amazing. You'll love her, I promise. And this course starts on Saturday, October 3rd at 10 a.m., and it will run every Saturday for 4 weeks. Details and registration are on our website. Just look for Meditation Practices with Sandra Toggle.
Greetings, Unity on the Bay. Welcome to your positive path for spiritual living. It's great to have you with us. I trust you can feel the energy that we are transmitting in your direction, wherever you may be, right here and right now. I want to encourage you to get involved in the service this morning. Check down into the comments section. We'll be interacting with you there, and we would love to have the chance to enjoy the service with you in that way. A reminder that your children can participate in the Kids Zone. Right now, it's being broadcast at the same time as our 9:30 and 11:15 Sunday services. Just visit unityonthebay.org, O-R-G, and you can find out how to get your kids involved in that right now. Let them grow and learn as you are growing and learning. If this is your first or second Unity on the Bay experience, please take a moment to text us. NEW, new, to 305-573-9191. We have a special gift to thank you for being a part of our experience today. We want to remind you that you are in the right place at the right time. I believe the universe has conspired on your behalf to bring you into this Unity on the Bay community in this moment. Let yourself be open and receptive to whatever it is the universe is seeking to reveal through you and as you join us for this inspiration right now. We believe in unity that there's great power in the words that we speak, each and every one of them, for they send forth an intention, and that intention is always accomplished. This morning, I invite you to join me in exercising that power of your spoken word by affirming our building our future affirmation together. We give thanks that unity on the Bay's right and perfect home is manifesting under the guidance of God. We enjoy a vision and a mission for this amazing spiritual community, and I invite you to utilize that same power of your spoken word as we affirm together. We are an inclusive community serving as a catalyst for spiritual awakening, evolution, and action. Our vision is humanity inspired to its divinity. I invite you to join me now and take a breath. Close your eyes if that's comfortable and possible for you right now. It's time to check out for a moment from the distractions of time and space and all things particular, and find respite at the very center of your being in this moment. In any moment, it is possible for you, for me, for all of us to experience a retreat and move deeply, profoundly, and meaningfully into the center of our being, to give time to building a relationship which that is not perceived by our five senses, but rather is felt at a very deep and intuitive level within us. Tune into that right now. The space within you wherein there is a sense of eternal peace that cannot be shaken by anything outside of you. There is an awareness of perfect love that's casting out all fear that might be within the realm of your experience right now. There's an effervescence and a joy that is welling up within you. You can accept it, you can invite it, you can encourage it. This is your natural way of being, and how sweet it is to dwell there, even but for a moment, finding respite from the restlessness that surrounds you. Your birthright is perfect health. You can accept that for yourself in this moment, casting away all of the prescriptions and the challenges of the world outside of you, telling you what to do, how to react, what to be. In this moment, be the truth of who you are. Be the presence of God incarnate, individualized in a manner that no one else can compare to. You're original. You're filled with abundance, supply, prosperity beyond belief. And there's nobody that can bring all these qualities, dear friend, to life as well as you can right now in your own beautiful, shining way. That's the ticket for the journey that we have embarked upon during these weeks of our SpiritGroups program. To accept the challenge and the opportunity to return to love, to return to our natural state right here and now. And we give thanks that we are doing it together in unity. For this we do give thanks in the name, in the nature, and through the power of the Christ presence that we are. Amen.
Good morning, Unity on the Bay. It's so great to be with you again this Sunday, and I'm happy to be joined by Myra Alvarez this week, and George Tandy, and as always, my cohort in music, Mr. Anthony Alvarez. I'm Dale Stein. Sing along with us.
Especially all you choir folks out there, because I know you all know this song.
Day by
Day by day, oh dear Lord, three things I pray. To see thee more clearly, love thee more dearly, follow thee more nearly, day by day. Day by day, oh dear
have one more song for you today, so please sing along with us. You'll recognize this one, I am sure. Hope you're dancing at home.
I hope you are. And get those hands together. Come on. I'm thankful, so grateful. I'm one in the spirit all around me. I'm thankful, so grateful. I trust in God. I'm thankful, so grateful. I'm one in the spirit all around me. I'm thankful, so grateful. I trust in God. I surrender, I surrender. I'm one in the spirit all around me. I surrender, I surrender. I trust in God. I surrender, I surrender. I'm one in the spirit all around me. I surrender, I surrender. I trust in God. I trust in God. I trust in God. That was fun.
Yes, I agree. That was awesome. I trust in God. Thank you for the reminder. Well, now we're going to have a reading of our daily word. And our daily word today is being read by Hamara Font and Edgar Rubio. Both Hamara and Edgar are devoted sacred servers at Unity on the Bay. Hamara is our secretary of our board of trustees and serves on our Love Gala committee, while Edgar is a member of our music ministry. Yeah.
Good morning and happy Sunday, everyone. The word of the day today is faith. With faith, nothing's impossible for me. With gratitude, I use my faith to trust in the good that is always present, even when it has not yet manifested. As I pray with faith, I discern the truth that always endures through even the most difficult circumstances. As I concentrate on harmony and love, all thoughts of lack, limitation, and discord simply dissolve. As I speak with faith, I use positive words to express my belief in myself and others as divine beings. As I act with faith, I access deep, lasting strength and fortitude that help me surmount any challenges. Inspired by my faith, I move forward with confidence. Nothing is impossible for me. If you have faith the size of a mustard seed, you will say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move, and nothing will be impossible for you. Matthew chapter 17, verse 20.
At this time, as we prepare for meditation that will be led by our prayer chaplain, counsel, chairperson, and a dear friend, sister in spirit and in soul, Carmen Nevedo, I want to remind you that if you have any intentions for prayer, that you can submit them in the comment sections below or at unityonthebay.org/prayer. And our prayer chaplains will be answering your prayer intentions either way that you submit them. So now let's ease into this time of meditation with this song by Myra, Dale, and Anthony. We'll put the lyrics up so you can follow along at home.
Let's take this moment now. Let go of fears and doubts, past and future we release. Breathe in, breathe out, there is peace. Gently brush the world away. In God's grace we bask and pray. Guilt and shame we now release. Breathe in, breathe out, there is peace. Here and now, there is peace. Here and now, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, there is peace. Here and now, there is peace. Here and now.
Happy Sunday, Unity in the Bay family. It is a pleasure to be sharing this present moment with you. And as we breathe out together, we acknowledge that we are in the flow. For we allowed ourselves to breathe in so we could breathe out. So we are in the flow of receiving and giving. And I'm going to invite you to think of a favorite tree, a favorite plant, whether real or imagined, in your backyard, in your park, in a park or in a movie. And just bring it into this meditation, connecting to that energy. We're going to be doing the tree pose from Tai Chi or Qigong. Legs at least shoulder width apart. Knees slightly bent. And so I invite you to stand up, or if you choose to remain sitting, to sit in the front of your seat and feel that connection to Mother Earth. Bring your chin in, tilt your pelvis forward to elongate your spine, and hug that tree. Breathing into that energy, into that awareness. And your feet are your connection to that root system. So you are plugged in to Mother Earth, and just feel that energy flowing in from the bottom of your feet to the top of your head. And from the top of your head, the energy of Father Son coming down. This energy is harmonizing every single cell in your body. Feel that energy. Feel that support. Relax your shoulders as you breathe. Delight yourself in this awareness. For in the same way that we are not our bodies, who we are is greater than these amazing body temples that we have. In the same way, the energy of the tree extends and expands beyond its physical wooden body. And so allow your body to be nourished, to be supported, to sense it, to know that this is one way that the universe has your back. This is one way that the universe is supporting you. And so we acknowledge, we remember, we know that we have the divine clarity, the divine strength, and the divine joy to go forth following our dreams. That we have the divine vision and imagination to co-create a healing world, a peaceful world, a loving world. And we start by acknowledging our own feelings, honoring ourselves, honoring our feelings, knowing that it's just all part of being in this physical experience. And let's gather up this energy into our heart chakra and bringing it down to our lower dantian. At the height of our belly button. Taking this moment to connect to our loved ones around the world. In the same way that the trees are connected through the root system in a forest. In that same way, we are connected to our friends, to our families, and to everyone around the world. For in truth, we are one. In truth, there is only one of us. And so we uphold this energy, this awareness of truth for all our brothers and sisters around the world. We respect their free will, and we make this energy readily available for them, for whenever they are ready to receive it, to act on it, to remember their own truth in their own divine, perfect timing. And so we know that we know. We remember that we remember. We capture our awareness and ground it in this ever-present moment. I am that I am is your name. I am that I am is my name. I am that I am is our name. And so we go forth in power. We go forth in strength. We go forth in joy, knowing with divine clarity what is ours to do right now. When it's time to rest, when it's time to go forth, allowing our creativity and our imagination to fan our vision. And so it is, and so we allow it to be. Amen.
Letting go of every single dream, I lay each one down at your feet. Every moment of my wandering never changes what you see. I try to win this war, I confess. My hands are weary, I need your rest. Mighty warrior, king of the fight. No matter what I face, you're by my side. When you don't move the mountains, I'm needing you to move. When you don't part the waters, I wish I could walk through. When you don't give the answers as I cry out to you, I will trust, I will trust, I will trust in you. Truth is, you know what tomorrow brings. There's not a day ahead you have not seen. So in all things, be my life and breath. I want what you want, Lord, nothing less. When you don't move the mountains, I'm needing you to move. When you don't part the waters, I wish I could walk You are my steady hand. You are my firm foundation, the rock on which I stand. Your ways are always higher. Your plans are always good. There's not a place where I go you've not already stood. When you don't move the mountains, I'm needing you to move. When you don't part the waters, I wish I could walk through. When you don't give the answers as I cry out to you, I will trust, I will trust, I will trust in you. 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 I will trust in you.
Thank you, Dale. Thank you, George. So good to have you with us. Thank you, Myra. Thank you, Anthony. Beautiful blend of voices. Beautiful presentation of souls. Greetings, everybody. It's wonderful to be with you for week number 2 of our Spirit Groups program based on this really incredible book, The Universe Has Your Back, Transform Fear into Faith by Gabrielle Bernstein. Who knew that a book written when it was would be so relevant to the times we find ourselves traversing through right now today? Last week, you may recall, we prepared for takeoff on this journey. We got ourselves into the flight vehicle and we made some realizations. Those realizations being that we wanted to take off from using condemnatory judgment to degrade ourselves and other people, a habit that most of us have fallen well into over most of our lives. We're ready to take off from that way of living and that way of being. We're ready to take off from seeing ourselves, other people, and the world as broken. We were not sent here to be repairmen for the Almighty. We were here to see rightly the truth that everything is exactly as it needs to be in every moment. Just need to find that willingness to look beyond the compelling physical appearances of our times and know that there is some seed, some light, some purpose of truth behind everything that is taking place. And finally, we agreed that we were going to take off from living against what we despise and begin to live in favor of what we believe in. Please hear me on that, my friends. It's so important to know right now, for you, for me, what it is that we want, to believe in it, to live in integrity with it, and to be a representative of our visions and our dreams out in the world at large. One of the things that's becoming increasingly clear to me through these broadcasts that we've been providing through the pandemic is that we are mastering the art of transcending physical separation. It seems that you and I right now in this moment are apart. We are in 2 destinations, 2 different locations. That is true from the appearances of physicality. But we know that in spiritual reality, there is a oneness that transcends physical distance. And I believe we've been given this opportunity, one of many gifts contained within it, to recognize that we are together, regardless of any physical appearance to the contrary. And that we are taking this journey together, this Spirit Groups adventure together. I'm as close to you right now in this moment as I have ever been, even when you were seated in this room, or even when we are in very close physical proximity. Sometimes we mistake the physical proximity as a need that we have, when in reality, the absence of it can give us the opportunity to recognize we are so much closer than we have ever believed or dreamed. Physical separation, the ultimate illusion. So there are some basic premises that we're operating off of as we make this journey together. By the way, did you know there are more than 100 of us that are enrolled in this Spirit Group program? And I don't believe it's too late for you to get enrolled right now. So consider becoming a part of a Spirit Group in this very moment. There's over 100 people that are unifying themselves in spiritual union as I speak. You could be one of them. we're operating on a basic premise, the premise being that, number one, the human existence, the experience of human existence is a creative playground. You're on a creative playground right now in this moment, and so am I. May not seem like it. Sometimes we forget it because we're lost in fear and trepidation. But it's a creative playground. We're expressions, you and I. We're individualized, beautiful, and unique expressions of infinite intelligence and infinite creativity. We take on physical form for the purpose of mastering and enjoying the art of creating whatever it is that we choose to create. You have complete free will. And we accomplish this through the focus of our thought and our feeling. In this endeavor, my friends, we are whole beings. We are brought into this experience as whole beings. And as such, we have a human or a material nature. And we also have a spiritual or a divine nature. And most of us, for most of our lives, based on the conditioning, the domestication that we received since we arrived on the planet, we're giving a lot more attention to the material nature, the human nature of who we are, than to the spiritual nature. In fact, Imelda Octavia Shanklin, in her brilliant Unity classic, What Are You?, says that we are all suffering from spiritual amnesia. You've heard me use that term before. Spiritual amnesia. We have forgotten who we are because we have taken a part of our expression, that is the human expression, and put our total focus and concentration on it. Ergo, we believe that we are what the five senses report to us. Then we have forgotten in this state of amnesia that there is a whole nother dimension to us, the spiritual or the divine nature. And what we're trying to do through this program that we're experiencing together in unity is to recognize when we focus our attention on material nature, energy becomes more dense. It has to, because that's the only way it can show up in physical matter. When we focus on our spiritual nature, energy is raised up to higher, more refined levels of expression. Now, there's nothing wrong with one energy or the other. They're both part of the totality of who we are. But we've gotten into a state of being, you see, somewhat out of balance, because all of our focus, it seems, has gone to the human nature, the material form, as opposed to the spiritual. And what we want to do through this experience that we're sharing together is learn to raise the energy, to raise the vibration that we are emitting. Gabby Bernstein says this: when you vibrate a high, loving energy, you will receive high vibe, loving energy reflected back to you. Conversely, when you put out low-level energy, you'll receive low-level energy and experiences in return. Therefore, your power lies in your ability to change your energy at any time to increase the likelihood of being the recipient of high vibe, loving energy. So, how do we cure ourselves of this state of spiritual amnesia? How do we remember that spiritual support is available to us? How do we remember that the universe, not just occasionally, periodically, but always has our back? In a word, meditation. Meditation. And so often we're given that word as the remedy for whatever seems to ail us, and yet, of course, meditation, like every word, has so many meanings and so many different ways of being practiced. So important to find the means of meditation that is right and perfect for you and not to follow someone else's prescription. I often say there's really no good reason to meditate. No good reason for you to meditate. No good reason for me to meditate. But do it anyway. Do it for no reason. Just do it. Do not meditate with results in mind. Do not quiet your mind with the idea that it's going to get you something or take you somewhere. Just try doing it. Meditate for the experience. I remember one time when I was giving a talk previously on meditation, and I was discussing the subject with Ruth Palmieri, who is a member of our choir and a wonderful member of our community. And she said to me she'd been meditating for like 40 years and that she never really went into it with a purpose or an end result in mind. She did it solely for the experience. Gabby Bernstein tells us your meditation practice recalibrates your energy back to the frequency of love. Step back and let the universe lead the way. This is not something that you are going to premeditate, to plot, or to plan. It's something that you are going to allow just by taking it easy. Have you ever heard a better prescription for happiness in your life than take it easy? So let's look at some essential ingredients of the meditation experience. And some of these may resonate with you, some may not. One of them is to allow meditation to become a lifestyle for you, a way of being. It's part of who you are. You build it into your lifestyle. You make appointments, or at least an appointment to begin with. And for me, I always, as you know, recommend doing this as early as you get up in the morning, because that's before the compelling world of the reports of time and space has a chance to influence you. Make at least one appointment, and sometimes make periodic appointments. And set an alarm clock in your own psyche so that whenever you find yourself moving down into denser levels of energy, fear, doubt, pain, suffering, concern, worry, in those moments, the alarm automatically goes off and reminds you that you've lost balance, you see. You've given too much energy to the physical and not enough to the spiritual or non-physical. Location is important. Find a quiet place where you can be undisturbed. Comfort is very important, I have found anyway. It's important to be comfortable in a space where you can really relax, let go, and have no cares and no concerns to the best of your ability. Meditation also involves focus. What it is that you can focus on that will allow you to become so aligned with it that other thoughts will begin to drop away. And there comes a clarity, an emptiness within your mind that allows you to be open and available and accessible to divine instruction and guidance. And then a certain level of detachment, thoughts, don't we all know this come? Thoughts go. Some thoughts we give greater credence to, so we want to hold on to them. But the experience of meditation is just allowing those thoughts to come and to go and to not get preoccupied with them, because we know if they're really that important, they'll come back, don't they always? So in this time, we're seeking just to move into a level of detachment where whatever wants to come can come and whatever wants to go can go. This is anything but. It's the antithesis of a control experience. And then invitation. This is very important to invite. You see, remember, you have this other dimension to your being, this spiritual dimension that has been forgotten in this state of spiritual amnesia as our focus has been on physicality alone. So you really want to invite this. You don't even have to really know what you're inviting. Just invite the wholeness of who you are and the pockets and places of your own being that perhaps you have not been paying attention to. Invite them to come in. They have powerful messages for you, and they will bring a balance that will allow you to live your life more effectively, even during the most challenging of times. Receptivity. And this just for me is a simple statement I learned years ago in ministerial school. I am open and receptive to God's living spirit of truth. Now, that's what it was called those many years ago in ministerial school, God's living spirit of truth. Whatever you choose to call it, be open and receptive and make that declaration to yourself. I'm open and receptive to these more refined energetic levels of who I am and their ability to reveal creativity and intelligence through me in ways that are greater than those that I have become familiar with. You get impulses, you get intuitive hits. Joel Goldsmith called them impartations. Whatever, they are messages, they are thoughts, they are inspirations that are delivered to you, and you know that you yourself, as you have known yourself to be in physical nature, did not come up with these alone. And finally, gratitude for the experience, even if the experience is nothing. You can, through this simple willingness to align yourself, to open yourself to the fullness of your being, the spiritual dimensions of your identity, you can begin to witness in your life spirit, in fact, actually living your life. You know, my friends, times have been so confusing and so challenging, and we are accustomed to looking outside of ourselves for answers, for solutions, for prescriptions. But right now, have you noticed, they're all confused, they're all contradicting one another. And I got to the place where I realized this just isn't being helpful to me. And in that moment, an impartation, if you will, an inspiration came to me to begin to recognize that all of this external confusion is an opportunity for me to realize what we discussed a few weeks ago. It was the first step in the Alcoholics Anonymous formula, which is, I realize I do not have the ability, the self I know does not have the ability to manage this life. And right now, it's very difficult to manage life if you're seeking to manage it only from a human perspective, without the tremendous support and aid of the spiritual dimensions of who you are. So it's an easier opportunity now as we see that the physical nature is not really pulling through for us together. We can't trust this report or that survey or that poll. We don't know what to trust outside of us, so the call then becomes stronger to trust that which is within us, to go to our spiritual nature for support, for answers, and for decisions. Gabby Bernstein says in the pages of her book, the universe will do for you what you cannot do for yourself. That's the beauty of the spiritual plan. When you surrender and allow the universe to do her thing, true healing is presented to you. In every moment, the universe is conspiring to bring you toward right-minded thinking and the energy of love. Months ago, when we first stepped into this altered kind of state of new reality that we've been in for so long now, I was committed to monitoring the amount of time I spent in front of my television set, listening to news reports. I thought it was important for me to remain connected, and yet I did not want to fall into the allure of listening to every report and responding and reacting accordingly. So I rationed my TV time very carefully. And even then, with just 5-minute check-ins through the day to find out what was going on and where it was going on, I noticed that a lot of the energy that I was experiencing, this isn't about what was being reported necessarily, it was what I was experiencing, reflected a state of fearfulness, of panic, of worry. I remember those escalating numbers on the screen with the number of cases and the number of deaths, and it just began to pull me more out of balance than I felt comfortable being. I saw this as an opportunity to bring this balance back into focus and to begin to make appointments, begin to go to my location, because you see, I wanted to make sure that I was having the information that I needed in order to be aware of the world, but also having the experience that I needed to not be of the world, to not be in a reactive state all of the time. So I'd make my appointment, I'd go to my location. You see, I was checking in with the news for 5-minute periods, but to what degree was I continuing not only in the morning, which is pretty much ritualistic for me, but throughout the day, or whenever I would begin to feel my energy becoming more dense, heavy, fearful, woeful. That's my opportunity. That's the alarm clock going off to say, make yourself comfortable, focus. And the way that I focus is kind of strange. We all have to find our own way to move into these meditation practices. I've always for years had a ringing in my ears, and I've really learned how to use that ringing successfully, because since it's always with me, I can tune into that, just like I can tune into it right now and hear that ringing. And I can put my focus on that ringing to the point where all other sounds are nullified. You can do the same thing with sound. You can do it with a candle flame, but it's whatever works for you to get into a space of being focused. Let the thoughts come and go, and sometimes if it was just following a nasty news report, those thoughts were pretty dire indeed. Invite the presence of my spiritual nature into my awareness, be open to guidance, and then receive those messages that would energetically lift me up to the point where my energy was more buoyant. It's all a matter of balance. It's all a matter of realizing we don't come into this experience as broken individuals, as lacking anything. We're whole beings. Now, in the event that you're like one friend of mine in particular who has never found meditation to be successful, in fact, I think it drives them nuts even to consider or contemplate entering a meditative practice, there are many other ways that you can align, that you can raise your energy. You can appreciate things. Just walk around your house or take a walk in the park and appreciate things. You can think of loving memories and loving individuals and relationships. You can relax wherever you are. Take a breath. Become more mindful of your breathing. Light a candle. Listen to music. Observe yourself non-judgmentally. That's a really good one. Think about happy things. It's as simple as that. And soothe yourself as much as possible. The objective is to take responsibility for keeping your vibration and energy high and aligned. In the book of Proverbs, we read some very wise words. And though you've probably heard this particular scripture before, I invite you to really take it in. This is Proverbs 3rd chapter, 5th verse. Trust in the Lord. And in the case of what we're studying right now with Gabby Bernstein's book, you can say, trust in the universe. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not rely on your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge him, and he will make straight your paths. Trust in the Lord. Trust in the universe. It always has your back, my friends. You are the only individual that can ensure your energetic balance is aligned with this spiritual dimension of who you are, so that you are walking through life not as a crippled or challenged or troubled individual seeking desperately to grasp for answers and solutions. You can open yourself up to the highest dimension of the human experience that is possible, that transcends all physicality and moves you as a powerful agent for spirit out into this world. That, I believe, my friends, is the reason for the challenges that we have been facing, to help us realize we cannot look solely to what is happening outside of us, for what is outside of us is not working. But that which is inside of us, that which always has our back, is ready, willing, and waiting for us just as soon as we will align our energies, our attention, and our focus with it. Just a few minutes a day in your life, balancing your energies, becoming aware of the contribution that you are making, can in no small way change the world. God bless you. So, I have some good news that's going to raise your vibration right now. Are you ready to have your vibration raised up? In a word, it's farm share. Unity on the Bay, as most of you know, is a tithing organization. We give to many organizations that are aligned with our vision. We've been tithing from the proceeds of our property sale for quite some time now in varied ways. We've been supporting our community. We made a contribution of $50,000 from the building proceeds tithe toward Unity Worldwide Ministries to support other Unity ministries who were experiencing financial challenges in these times. We matched your $7,000 plus worth of giving to our backpack drive this year, making it incredibly successful. And now we're making a contribution of $10,000 to Farm Share. And friends, this is your community. This is you providing 500 meals to those who are in need. It's going to be taking place on Saturday, October 3rd. Stay tuned with us. The time will be determined. It's going to be at the parking lot right here at Temple Israel. It's a drive-through operation, so people will just be able to come through and receive their food and then move right along. We need your help to spread the word to those who are in need. And you can get more details on this wonderful way Unity on the Bay is supporting our community by going to our website, unityonthebay.org. Thank you for being a part of a community that, because of your presence in it, is able to support our community at this most crucial time. We love you and we bless you and we give thanks for you.
Thank you, Reverend Chris, for that amazing message. It is so great to hear from you, and I love this book. I actually have the inspiration cards. It comes in a deck, and so if you're interested, I definitely highly recommend them. it is a great compliment to the message that the universe always has our back. And this is a great reminder that we are also always in the spirit of giving and receiving, that cycle of abundance that we talked about earlier. It's great to know that here at Unity on the Bay, as we bless our spiritual community through your tithes, through your offerings, we are able to then bless others. So at this time, we invite you to prepare your love offering, your gift, your tithe, and to prepare it from your heart space, knowing that it's going to go far, reaching out into the community, to those you know and to those that you don't know. We continue to be mindful of all of the gifts that we receive through our Sunday celebration. And if you're ready to bring your gift to your heart and say with me the blessing, offertory blessing. Divine love that I am blesses all that I give and all that I receive. And if you choose to, you can text your offering to UOTB to 73256, or you can share your donation through unityonthebay.org. All right, so we're going to bring the kids up for our children's blessing. I'd like to give a little shout out to Evan at home, my little boy. Hi, Evan. Mommy loves you so much. So as you bring your children forwards, just also invite your inner child to be blessed. With the children's blessings, we'll say together, children, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ in you, and we see you doing great things. Amen. Yes, we do. And as we mentioned earlier, our Kids Zone now meets online during our 9:30 and 11:15 services. So if you're wanting your child to learn spiritual principles and get them inspired at the same time as you are, then we invite you to visit our website and learn more at our Kids Zone. And if you're watching us for the first or second time today, thank you so much for being here. We honor you, we acknowledge you, and we are grateful for you. We'd like to get to know you better, so just text NEW to 305-573-9191. And again, if you need prayer or if you'd like someone to pray with you, we'll be dropping a link to our prayers in the comments below, and you can submit a prayer intention for that to be fulfilled. So now join us as Dale leads us in the prayer for protection.
The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Thank you for being with us today. We have so loved having you with us. Now please stand and join us as we sing together the peace song. Have an amazing day and an amazing week. God bless.